Hey everybody, we are about to get started with StreamSpace times Poetry Unplugged times the Roaming Biscuit. We're here at the Roaming Biscuit in Cleveland, Ohio. Um, Poetry Unplugged is an open mic experience that allows artists to be limitless in their expression. We have two beautiful artists here today, Jeweled Justice and Jeronimo. We will have Jewel Justice coming up here first. This beautifully talented woman comes to support Poetry Unplugged each and every time we have it. It is a monthly open mic experience, and she comes almost every time. And I just so grateful for Jewel Justice just blessing the mic each and every time with that soothing, smooth tone, that soft voice, and I'm just so appreciative. So I'm gonna call Jewel Justice up to the stage.
Hello, I am Jeweled Justice, and I'm getting back into doing more with my poetry over the last 2.5 years. I had taken a smooth 6, 7 year hiatus from doing anything publicly, and I've been doing more to share my craft. So speaking of Poetry Unplugged, we recently, this past Saturday, had a event at the Museum of Contemporary Arts, and it was a Black Art Showcase. And there was a writing workshop by the Sparrow's Fortune. And one of the writing prompts was based off of the curated gallery that was there at the Museum of Contemporary Arts. And the challenge was to write based off of your favorite color or a color that you identified with. And when it came to me, I don't really have a favorite color. I always wear black with a pop of color. And that pop of color would be anything that I felt that day. As you can see, today is black and purple. So here's my black. My black. Be beautiful and free, my black. It's all encompassing, my black. Be possessive, it takes back what claims its due, my black. Be brown, be purple, be emerald, embers, be fire, be bright, be vibrant, my black, be ebonics, mnemonic, nuanced intelligence, be record breaking, be soul shattering, my black, it be powerful. It be this nutrient dense earth, these ashes after volcanic eruption, it be the reason I say it be versus it is. It be the reason you still understand the words of this poem. My communication still reaching the ears of its intended, my black, it be present, it past, it future, it timeless, it be my black. See, it's honey-hued and sugared sweet. It be dipped in caramel and butterscotch. It be masculine and feminine, these X and Y chromosomes both residing in my womb. It be my black. It be me. It be duality. It be rambunctious. It be exhilaration. It be expressive exuberance. It be extensive vernacular. It's hyperbole. My black. It's ever changing, ever evolving. It can be as bright as the darkest sun. It be my black. Poem. Thank you. And there is a few additions made after I initially said it at the event, but it might still be a work in progress. You never know. As I said, it's ever changing. So now I am going to do a poem that showcases some of what I've gone through and why I write. Give me a moment because there is I will say this, in the last year and a half that I've been writing, I have written more on my phone, which was a new challenge for me, than I have written in books, which I do have several handwritten pages of poems that I have yet to publish, and I keep being told that I should publish. And right now I feel like I'm rambling because I'm looking for this poem. So I'm just going to pick another one. Essence. You wanted to see me scarred and broken. You wanted to see me with my head hanging down. You tried to paint me with an ugly brush, and I believed you. You misconstrued my trust, so now it's time for me to leave you in the dust. See, you are no longer worthy of me or my trust, and I wish that I could leave you in the elements to rust. So, however, it's not a part of me to allow you to rot. See, my essence, it's too pure, and my heart will not allow me to do unto others as they have done unto me with impartiality. It warps parts of my soul, and I owe no more pieces of me to you. So I don't care if you disagree. I know the truth will set me free. I will break away from these chains that you have bound me with, and your thoughts and statements might have come for a visit. However, their presence will no longer be admitted. I will no longer allow you to mar my essence. Thank you.
So where did that poem come from?
Ooh, that is a loaded question. That poem comes from a time where I allowed the words of people to define me. I am a former foster and adoptive youth. I currently work with that same demographic of children in various capacities. So I understand personally what it is to be able to voice that you are wounded, that you are hurting, and let there be no scars, because everything was verbal or mental or emotional. And those are the wounds and the scars that are very rarely spoke about as forms of abuse, but they are sometimes, and in many times, more harmful than some of the other forms of abuse that are there. It follows you, and it goes unseen, and the unseen goes untreated. So yeah, that's a little heavy.
Do you feel like you healed from like rejection and abandonment from being
The writing process is helping me with that, and getting back to writing is helping me with that. And that also, which I think I might do that poem today, the poem that I did last year for the Christmas. Initially, when I wrote that piece, I thought it was because of a recent heartbreak. But as I thought more on it, it's more of a metaphor of me finally allowing myself to no longer be in the presence of, or allow those in the presence of me that have caused harm. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that piece as my last piece. Burn. I can burn bridges fiercely. Like napalm, there will be no remains. When I decide to detonate, I will no longer hesitate. And you will learn to lie in the bed that you create. I will no longer speak life into you, pray for you. When you pray on and upon my defeat, you have shown that you can't handle this heat. I am a phoenix, and this death, it may hurt, but I will survive the burns of the flame that you've set into motion. You, on the other hand, won't survive this commotion. I will rise anew from the ashes, rebirthed, refreshed, and revitalized, and you, you they may not be able to revive. These words that are birthed from the same tongue that would try to soothe the pain for you, be a salve to your wounds for you, made utterance in the spirit for you. No more are you not worth these lacerations that I've received, these injuries that I've endured. It left me with this feeling that the fire will purge me of. I've been through fire so many times that I became the flame that you will not extinguish me. I will rise, live, and continue to be. See, the road that I have walked has never been easy, so I implore any in my presence to come up and out of this muck and mire. You thought it better for me to join you there. And for a while, I did. I foolishly believed that you could pull me out, and however you used me to suit your ends, you thought to leave me in your dirt, to bury me in your emotional mess, and you almost succeeded. But I am a child of the King. See, he reminded me that I am his, and he's called me home to him. He reminded me that I'm always welcome in my Father's house. Thus he prepares a table in the midst of mine enemies, so you will reap what you sow. And while I exercise the strength of my tongue, you have weakened and cheapened yours, and I will make peace with this bridge I now burn. So good luck digging through the ashes of your ego and dignity. They have been cremated. Find the ashes in the urn. Thank you.
Where can we find you at Miss Jeweled Justice?
I can be found on Instagram at Jeweled Justice. That's JEWELED, Justice. You can find me at pretty much any open mic in Cleveland. And I do mean Cleveland proper because these driving skills are still being tested. But I do my best to pull up. And the dress that I'm wearing is from He Loves Curves Boutique, and I will be walking with them on May 7th, so keep a lookout. Thank you.
Do you have anything else coming up as far as like your artistry is concerned?
Right now, I'm just taking my artistry one poem at a time.
All right.
Thank you. And I appreciate Poetry Unplugged and StreamSpace for having me. And yeah, it's been fun.
Thank you. I appreciate you. All right, so we're gonna have Jeronimo come up in a few short moments. At Poetry Unplugged, we basically, fuse networking and open mic poetry, and it's a space where it's a safe space where you're not getting judged by anybody. You don't have to come to impress. You come to share. You come to meet new people. We try to bridge the gap between artists, from artist to artist. I am one of the creators of Poetry Unplugged. My business partner, Tom Parker, he couldn't be here, but he really gets the show going as far as networking is concerned. And I'm just so grateful that we have this platform here at StreamSpace for artists, that we're all of these artist-focused platforms are really here to support the artists and make sure that the artist is heard, that they're respected, that they get the recognition that they deserve, and trying to put them on different platforms. So I'm super appreciative. So Jeronimo will be coming up next, give us a few short moments, and he'll be here. So we have Jeronimo here. We about to call him up to the stage. Give him your undivided attention. Let's go.
This first piece is titled Black Boy Don't Run. They said, black boy don't run. But once I knew how to balance one foot after another, I was always doing it, just for fun. I get in trouble running outside when I felt the skin of the knee, knowing I'm gonna get in trouble. Mama say, black boy, don't you run for me. But I did, because I'm trying to get free. Never ran away from home, but I ran home when the gangs tried to jump me. If they saw me walking home alone, and boy, I was fast. So fast when the bell rang, I was the first one out of class. The teacher's voices loud but muffled under the sound of my sneakers as they yelled, black boy, don't you run. See, it wasn't a thing to me, wasn't a change for me, it wasn't a thing for me. If I didn't like my surroundings, I'd change the scene. I remember this one time, I sold a kiss on the cheek for my crush. She gonna act like she ain't like me. She giggled a little, then chased after me. She said, black boy, don't you run. But I did. She knew I would. But I wanted to show her how fast I could. And boy, I was fast. I was the fastest kid I knew by far. I would race my aunties and uncles when they was inside their car. I was fast, y'all. The more I ran, the more I got better. I had to learn how to sew so I could sew my leather back together. I had joined the track team in middle school and wrote poetry, and I had fell in love with them haikus. I had won so many meets, I just felt like I couldn't be beat. I just knew I was unique. I did hurdles and 100-meter dashes, and Mama would make a special lunch just for me right after practice. I ran in the winter, even when it was snowing. Dad was proud. He said I reminded him of Jesse Owens. I was fast. Fast. Like my shadow was looking for a battle, but he sure wasn't gonna catch my ass. So one summer, I go visit my cousin, but some strangers said I had whistled at some white woman. All these people came running, but I declared they'd be fair when I tell them I ain't do nothing. But I had heard my mama's voice telling me to run. Run, black boy, run. How I heard that and she ain't even here. But I heard that in my mind, like inside my inner ear. But they had me, and they beat me. No white man's hands had good intentions. I had heard of lynching, but I didn't think it would ever happen to me. I never got in trouble. Hell, I never even been in detention. So I knew it couldn't happen to me. Blood in my face, and all I could see is the faint outline of an old tree. Itchy rope wrapped around my neck and hands. My breeches and stitches, I had forgot I was wearing pants. And there's that voice again. Run, black boy, run. My legs kicking, wishing there was ground up under me, but it's just a bunch of white faces in front of me, but I still run. I run on top of their heads, trying to reach the sun, trying to get back to the sound of my mama finally telling me to run. Run, black boy, run. But I can't. I'm so sorry, mama. I just wasn't fast enough. That's our piece.
Where did that poem come from?
It was, of course, thinking of Emmett Till and the many other stories that's never been told of lynchings. Like Emmett Till is the famous one. There's many names that we'll never know that suffered the same fate. And I didn't want their story to be untold, even if I don't know them, even if I can't put a face to them. This is still a reality of what people suffered, so that was the essence and very nature of that piece. And that piece always shakes me up, even when I'm doing it. No matter how many times I've done it, it shakes me up. Because It's the innocence of a child. You know, he had other aspirations. He wasn't thinking about racism of people not liking him for the color of his skin. He just wanted to be fast. Right. You know, and so.
He didn't even know what he was doing was wrong.
That's even if what he did was wrong. His existence was wrong at that time. Yeah. My phone act right. I'll get into another piece. It's a short piece. It's called If Anything Happens to Me. If anything happens to me, just know I love you. That right now I'm thinking of you. And I'm begging the angels to let me come back for 5 minutes just to hug you. I love you. So if anything happens, remember we chose to have each other in our lives. Doesn't matter if it's mother, brother, friend, or wife, we continue to choose each other deliberately. And every memory serves to vividly describe our chemistry. Over time, you may forget my facial symmetry. You may forget my voice. It's just one of those things that happen. It's not like we really have a choice, and that's okay. I'll forever remember how you made me feel and how you made me smile. Striving to be an adult, but around you, I felt free and safe like a child. If anything happens, know I stopped living, but I didn't stop loving. And the best job I had was being your brother, son, friend, cousin, father, uncle, nephew, husband. So play my favorite songs every now and then. Maybe even hear me call your name inside the sound of wind, but I won't pretend if anything happens to me because I told the truth. Please know that if I come back, I'll do it again, but this time I scream it from the treetops or the roof. Please know that I forgive you for everything. Yes, even the things I don't know about. Please forgive me for the things I kept secret and was holding out or wasn't bold about. In summary, to close it out, if anything happens, when anything happens, remember those memories belong to us. And if I wasn't holding up, it wasn't because I didn't want to stay here with you. It's just that my grip wasn't strong enough. That's that piece. I wrote that recently. I lost 2 classmates on the same day, February 5th. And so I wrote that piece that day. Not preparing for their services or anything like that. It was just one of those things that came to me. Yeah. And one of my classmates, I got to actually do that piece and deliver it for his family so maybe they could resonate with it, because when I wrote that, I really felt like that didn't come from me. Yeah. You know, it's the thoughts that I would like my family to know, absolutely. But why did it hit me on that day and at that particular time? It had to have been something else besides me. And I was just there and in tune to write it down. That's it. Yeah. I don't take credit for none of this. For that, to tell the stories that need to be told, to speak for those who can't speak for themselves, to understand my thoughts better, and because people hear you better in a poem than they will you talking to them. Yeah. So for me to be heard, so for me to tell my story and to tell other people's story, and to do what griots do, you know, we truly critique and capsulize our current time, you know. So next piece, this is Lil Brown Bear, but I'm gonna do Lil Brown Bear Part 2. So, teddy bears for sale. Teddy bears for sale. Come get your teddy bear. Come get your little brown teddy bear. Where? Over here. We in the hood. They sell teddy bears everywhere. Pharmacies, grocery stores, Family Dollar. Sales go up when we hear families holler. Oh, you thought Valentine's Day was the only time we can't keep them on the shelves. Nah. Black people are like philanthropist gun owners. They can't keep them to themselves. Open up a bear store if what you seek is getting wealth. I can show you how to make money off nothing. We make money off stuffing. We make money off suffering. Check the stock market. We in the riches. A pound of cotton and a dozen stitches. Sit back and wait for black boy to be found in ditches. I ain't got to do shit. I just keep watching. Pick a bear from Build a Bear, but I thought you niggas ain't like picking cotton. But look, they just keep flying out of the stores. Black people keep killing each other. It's like y'all at war. Shit, money, I just keep making more. Little brown bears, I just keep making more. They'll be posted up on street poles and corner stores. So how many more can I put you down for an order for? How many more family members y'all planning to erasing? Oops, I mean replacing with little brown teddy bears that won't be around next year. I tell you what, I got a special going on. Buy one bear, get a balloon free. Get a pink balloon. It matches the RIP airbrush t-shirt of your little niece. I'll look for pink balloons in the sky. You know why? Don't you people like to do a balloon release? Because you'd rather release a balloon than release the hatred that consumes the streets. Because it's our black boys that we have to teach how to behave when dealing with the police. It's our black boys that have to deal with the grief of people seeing them and crossing the street. It's all black boys that suffer from the rejection from women because he's not a scammer, a drug dealer, or tote weapons. It's all black boys that suffer from street culture. But black boy, you be culture. But all across the nation at any location is death or prison waiting. But cancel culture don't want to cancel that. It's all black boys suffering from racial biases from principals and teachers, no matter their skin complexion. Black boy, your skin's a weapon used against you to continue the school to prison pipeline. It's all black boys who's forced to get into the streets because father left home and mama can't provide enough to eat or shoes on their feet, or she got a new man and he drive caddy, so she's divorced from her children because they look just like they daddy. It's all black boys that suffer from emotional drowning because all we know is we supposed to suck it up and be a man and be the man, but unaware how to process sadness and anger make black boys not want to breathe again. It's all black boys found in empty fields, dressed in an outfit that can be found in a store near you. 3 slugs to the chest, his body decaying, but damn, he looks fresh. Balloons and teddy bears on street poles to be an unkept monument for more black boys to ponder when they'll be next. It's all black boys, whose best way to make it in college and out the streets is to become an athlete. When coaches is commenting how big his ass is and checking your teeth, that combined with slavery always looks strange to me. But black boy don't care. He trying to buy his mama a house, he promised. Give his little sister a bank account so she don't have to rely on another black boy if that black boy is being honest. It's our black boys.
So where can we find you, and what do you have coming up as far as your artistry is concerned?
Well, my Instagram is Jeronimo Tat. That's JeronimoTatt. I'm working on a couple of books. My children's books is the main thing I'm working on. You can also find me on Clubhouse. I'm in the poetry community on Clubhouse. Right now I'm in the middle of a Grand Griot competition, which is like 14 weeks long. We in week 8 of this competition. It's been crazy. This week's challenge is we got to do 5 minutes of stand-up comedy. Oh yeah, they pushing the pen to the craziest level. But yeah, you can find me on Clubhouse. You can find me on Instagram. I am a tattoo artist here in the city of Cleveland. I work at Tattoo 16. So I got ink for days. So whether you want poetry or tattoos, I got both. So yeah. Thank you for having me.
So this is Poetry Unplugged edition on StreamSpace. We're so grateful and thankful that you guys decided to tune in. Please make sure you stay tapped in with us. Our next event is March 2nd at Mocha Cleveland from 6 to 9 p.m. So if you tap in with us, you follow us on Instagram at poetry.unplugged. You'll have all the information. You can tap in and see videos of Jeweled Justice, videos of Jeronimo, and see all the other poets, local poets that come in, all the local artists, creatives that come in. You can come in and share your stuff with us too. You might see me on the mic as well. Thank you. We really appreciate it. Have a good evening.